Carissa with Easy Button Employee Relations. Happy Paraphrased Friday. I'm getting to the end of an illness here, so if I sound a little bit stuffy, that's what's going on with me. Just wanted to follow up with you guys on a poll that I did last week, where it was a situation where a client came to me and an employee had resigned, and a letter was given when the resignation occurred that said they're leaving due to discrimination and unfair labor practices. And then the letter went on to say that they were that they shouldn't call because they're not going to answer the phone anyway. And so, of course, the client wasn't sure how to handle this. And so the poll was, what would you do in the situation? Would you ignore it? Would you use your subscription with Easy Button Employee Relations? Would you call anyway, or would you write a letter? And so 50% said that they would write a letter, and 38% said that they would call anyway, and then 13% said that they would use the subscription, which I think is the best answer, of course. But in this situation, especially for a small business, sometimes, the person that's doing HR within the organization either maybe doesn't have the education to handle something like this, or they all know each other and they're all kind of intertwined, and it gets a little bit strange. And so this was a great opportunity for this organization to reach out to me and say, hey, Carissa, can you please help handle this? I'm not really sure what to do. And so what I suggested doing was having me actually, as a third party consultant that the organization hired to look into this, send a letter to this employee and try to figure out what actually happened or what was going down that made them feel this way. And so I think there's a lot of ways that you can slice this. I certainly wouldn't call them, only because they did set that boundary, and I would respect that boundary. Ignoring them is absolutely not the answer. These are some serious allegations, and something that you absolutely want to check into, and make sure that there's not any other additional weight carried here. And so a letter is definitely the right answer. And I think, for a small business, a letter from someone like me is probably the best answer. For a larger organization, they have a larger team. A lot of times they have attorneys and stuff like that can send out a communication like that. But, for our small businesses, which is what I primarily work with, I think that this is probably the best case scenario. So I hope that this is helpful to you guys. These are, real life situations that I think are helpful to work through, and are helpful to tell you how I would potentially handle it. Not that it's always the right answer or the only answer, but this is how I would handle it as your HR consultant. So if you have any questions about the subscription that I do offer a subscription where you get 1 hour of my time per month, where we can work through stuff like this, and that's a very reasonable price of $139 per month. So if you are interested in hearing more about that, please reach out to me. I hope you guys have a great weekend. It's supposed to be hot. I am here for it. I love hot weather, and stay out of trouble out there.